Hi, welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about Patient Number 9, the 13th studio album from rock legend Ozzy Osbourne. The guy has been around for over 50 years, started off in Black Sabbath and has a successful solo career to boot. He's back with Andrew Watt, producing again, like Ordinary Man, like 2 years ago. His return album, his comeback album, if you will. I think a lot of people, the only issue people had, there was Travis Scott and Post Malone on there, and people saying, Ozzy's with rap artists, what's going on? And that kind of hurt the album, I think, overall. A lot of the hard rock fans wouldn't jump on board, but I liked it. You didn't hear too much of it's nothing on there to be ashamed of. You're not going to cringe. But I think this time out, Andrew decided to go a little bit more towards people that came around the same time as Ozzy. So you got more. You got Jeff Beck, Clapton, the late great Taylor Hawkins, Tony Iommi, Zakk Wylde, Chad Smith, just to name a few. So it's guys that have been around and guys who have been associated with Ozzy in one way or another, or just has been around as long as he has. So it's more, I think, what we expect guest stars to be on an Ozzy Osbourne album. These are more acceptable, although I didn't expect Clapton to be on there, but hey, you know what? He was with Post Malone. I mean, what else can you say? Booklet here, kind of nice. You got all the lyrics to the songs. You've got the pictures. It's a nice little booklet. Picked it up for about $16 in Montreal. Let's start off with what I didn't like about this album. Number one, Patient Number 9, the title track. It's a good song. I don't know if it should be the opening track. I think it's a longer song, like No More Tears, and I think it should be somewhere in the middle. I think it should have opened up with Immortal or Parasite and go from there. Ozzy is obviously having a lot of studio help. His voice sounds too pristine. I would like to hear a more live in the studio feel from him on this. I think because the playing is just phenomenal. Everybody on here wants to play and make a great track. You can't fault anybody on here. You know what I mean? Even if, Eric Clapton is not the first guy that comes to mind to play with Ozzy, but, one of those days, he's great. He's great guitar playing on there. He's like shredding almost. I was like, not shredding. He's not Tony Iommi on there, but you know what I mean? He's Clapton rocking out. Like it. Great to hear Zakk Wylde. I really liked Nothing Feels Right and Parasite were the best for me. Jeff Beck is great on Patient Number 9, but I liked better 1,000 Shades. I like that song better. Kind of Beatlesque in my opinion. Like I said, it's the auto-tune. I would have preferred the raw live in the studio. I understand Ozzy can't sing like he did, and I don't expect him to at 73. But I think that would have brought out the material. Dark Side Blues is like almost like a minute and a half long, and he's kind of like singing like, which there's a good song in there. And I would like Ozzy, if he does do another album, do a blues rock album. I'd love to hear him do that, bring out the harmonicas again, bring out some slide guitar, do something with Joe Bonamassa. That would be really cool. I think that would be great. Is it a classic? It's what I expect Ozzy to do at this point. It's better than some of his 90s albums. It's better than Scream, that's for sure. Better than that covers album he did by a million miles. It's what I expect from Ozzy. The thing is, Andrew tweaks the formula and makes him sound contemporary. And I think that's the difference in this. This is it's classic yet contemporary all in one. I think I've mentioned a couple of them, like the last Who album sounds like classic Who, but it sounds like it's made today. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So this is the case with this. It sounds contemporary, but it is classic rock all the way. So if you like Ozzy, if you like rock in general, I like having the guest stars. No one drops the ball here. No one. So that's what I like about it. Like I said, I think the vocals should have been more live in the studio. They could have still tweaked it a bit to, get rid of the glitches or whatever you want to call it, the hiccups in the song. And then Patient number 9 should have been farther down. I think I would have opened it with Immortal. I think Immortal and Parasite back-to-back rockers would have done a great, like you would have been, ooh, Ozzy's, wow, you would have whiplash on that, Other than that, good album. Patient number 9, his 13th studio album. Nobody thought he would still be doing this after all the health scares. That it's this good is just speaks volumes about this guy's creativity. You can say what you want. He's, what you saw on the Ozzy Osbourne show, that he looked like he was out of his mind. He may be, but he delivers. And this is a solid album. It sounds classic. It's a classic rock, but yet very contemporary. So you can play this to the younger crowd and they go, oh, wow, Ozzy, who's this guy, But yet Ozzy fans will instantly recognize, oh, this is an Ozzy album. Wow, okay, So there's no fooling around. There's no misinterpretation of where it's going. This is what Ozzy, in my opinion, should sound like at this point. So I recommend this album if you do like rock, if you do like Ozzy, if you do like major guitar players like Zakk Wylde, Beck, and Clapton on here. You can't go wrong with this. So I recommend Patient number 9, the 13th studio album from rock legend Ozzy Osbourne. You should have this in your collection. You should listen to it, stream it, do whatever you have to do. But I think it's worth a listen. So this is Steve from the Roundtable signing off and wishing you the very best.